right, let's jump right into this super fun explainer. Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a really colorful papercraft-style story about a legendary little bird named Tweety. Now, this isn't just any ordinary story. It actually holds a fantastic secret about how things came to be, plus a really big lesson hidden right there in the branches. Are you ready to see some birds get a little bit silly? Let's go.
But hey, right before we start our time machine, I have a big question for you. What do you think birds actually need to build a good, safe nest? I mean, really picture it. Do they need twigs, sticky mud, soft feathers, maybe a little bit of moss to make it extra cozy for their chicks? Get those imaginations bouncing, because building a nest is actually a huge challenge, especially if you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
Chapter 1. A long time ago. So we're jumping way back to when the world was very young. And guess what? Birds did not know how to build nests for themselves at all. They were completely clueless. Well, except for one. Take a look at that branch. That is Tweety. Tweety was literally the only bird that knew how to build a good, strong nest. Just look at his wonderful little house. It was totally covered all over, with just a perfect little hole at one end for going in and out. Naturally, all the other birds in the forest talked a great deal about Tweety's nest. They'd look at it and wish, oh, if only we could build one exactly like that for our little chicks.
Chapter 2. The Impatient Students. Well, the birds finally decided to take action. One day, 2 birds of each kind flew over to see our master builder. You can actually spot the crow and the magpie right there, hopping up and down. They said, "Sir, we have come to learn how to build nests for ourselves and our little chicks. We will pay you well if you will show us how." Tweety, being a very nice bird, gladly agreed. He said, "I shall be glad to show you how to build nests." But he gave them one very important rule. He told them, "You must watch everything I do."
Okay, so Tweety takes a deep breath, gets his materials ready, and begins his lesson very calmly. Watch closely. Step 1 is simply watching carefully. Then, step 2, watch as he snaps 2 sticks across each other just so. It's a perfectly simple, logical first step, right?
But before Tweety can even explain why, a loud voice squawks out, "To be sure! I knew it must begin with 2 sticks, and they should be crossed, of course." That was the crow, totally interrupting the teacher, acting like an absolute know-it-all, just shouting it out so everyone can hear how smart he thinks he is.
Now, Tweety probably rolled his little bird eyes, but he keeps his cool. He patiently moves on to the next step of the demonstration. He carefully takes some soft straw and some green moss, and he shows the class exactly how to mix them together to make a strong base.
And boom, another interruption. The jackdaw puffs out his chest and squawks, "Oh yes, certainly, I guessed that without being taught." He couldn't even wait for Tweety to finish showing them how to mix it properly before loudly bragging that he already knew it.
Tweety is trying so hard here, you guys. He pushes past the rude jackdaw and demonstrates the next crucial step. He says, then more moss, more straw, and feathers like this. He is practically handing them the exact secret recipe for the ultimate cozy covered nest.
But look closely at Tweety's face. Do you see those little frown lines? He is officially annoyed. And why? Because the little sparrow immediately chirps up, yes, I know that was the way to do it. These birds are acting as if they already know everything he is telling them. They're pretending to be experts instead of just being quiet and letting the teacher teach.
Chapter 3. The Half-Finished Nests.
Okay, cue the screeching brakes. Things come to a complete halt. Tweety finally hits his limit. At last, he decides he's going to tell them absolutely no more, even though the nest is only half built. He looks right at his terrible, interrupting students and gives them this very stern response. "If you know all about nest building, then why did you come here to learn from me? Go and build your own nests. I'll not tell you how I built mine." And with that, class is officially dismissed. And this illustrates the totally hilarious consequence of their bragging. Away they all flew, and each bird set to work to build himself a nest. But because they didn't listen to the end of the lesson, when they got their nests half built, well, they had to stop. They completely ran out of ideas. They just did not know how to go on and make the cozy roof. So to this very day, look at what happens. Their nests look exactly like Tweety's, but chopped right in half.
All right, let's freeze the story right here for a quick comprehension check straight from our sourcebook. Let's see if you were paying better attention than that silly crow. Here's the question.
Tweety was the only bird that knew how to, is it A, build a good strong nest, or B, sing a song? Shout it out. If you said A, you are absolutely right. You are listening, which means you're already doing way better than Tweety's students.
Chapter 4. Patience in Learning.
Before we get to the big moral, let's do a rapid-fire vocabulary bounce. Imagine these amazing words from our story playfully popping up right in front of you. Young, build, strong, covered, deal, wonderful, chick, pay, watch, certainly. These are the building blocks of our whole explainer today. Mastering these words makes you a stronger reader, just like mastering sticks and moss makes a stronger nest.
So what is the ultimate value pick of our story today? It's this: patience in learning. To truly learn a wonderful new skill, you have to take the time to watch, actually listen with your ears, and let the teacher finish their lesson. If you spend the whole time pretending you already know it all and interrupting them, you're going to end up with a half-finished nest. You have to be quiet and patient to get the roof on your house.
And that brings us to the end of our adventure with Tweety and his very terrible students. I want to leave you with this final, really important question. How will you practice patience in learning today? The next time someone is showing you how to do a math problem, or how to play a fun new game, or even just how to tie your shoes, are you going to interrupt like the jackdaw, or will you quietly watch and learn like a true master builder? Think about it and keep building your amazing brains.